surprising P-roll. Might put some tunes on in a minute. Beautiful afternoon. Trekking today. Yes, that's a trek. Actually, I can turn my light off. We don't need that on. So we've got the old Revelate pack. It's dangling a bit. It's dangling. Got some extra toys in there. I think I mentioned the other day I had some issues with the discs on the front. All right, I didn't end up using my new disc because, like, the trick usually for centralising the caliper on the disc is if you slacken the bolts there and down there, pull the lever in and retighten those bolts. Pretty much most of the time you can centralise the caliper on the disc. This one did not need that. It needed slightly more adjustment on the bottom outwards to centralise it. So it's like when you face stuff, whether you face a bottom bracket, whether you face a disc brake mount or a headset, a head tube for a headset, alright? Things can be slightly out due to paint or even like due to more material on there, and it needn't be much. It could be just a thousandth, even if that, you know. So I've sorted that out. Still got a spare disc, which is cool. So we're just out rolling around today on, well, you could call these droves, but they're not what I would call proper drove roads. Like, proper drove roads are like what, like 100 or so years ago you would, or whatever, like you would take your cattle. There's some really ancient drove roads, some from like London all the way down to like Poole or something, where people drove their cattle. So it's something to look into. There is actually a website, you could find it. It's the only one, I think. Some guy did a like a registrar of all these roads. Just out plodding around. I'm going to stick some other stuff on this video. Current situation is, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but the side of the fence I'm on, this is kind of the side of the fence I'm on. That's the way it is. Things may change, who knows, but it's difficult to communicate with people who have gone and had the jib and think otherwise, really. We'd best not perhaps talk, otherwise, not with fallout, but I'll be polite with people, if you know what I mean. But it's an attack on humanity, isn't it? And, you know, what can I say? I can't really say much, to be honest, because of, sadly, censorship, all right? And really, if people are comfortable with that, then I'm sure there's something that you passionately believe in, or you know facts about, because that's what it comes down to, facts. And you couldn't speak up and talk about it because of censorship or something, then it's got to be wrong, isn't it? We're constantly getting cut down, told what to think, what not to think. I can think for myself. I certainly question things, and if I can stand on my own out of a few thousand people, so be it. There's a bunch of people that were protesting up London yesterday, so that's kind of my people. That's what I'm about, you know. And my hearts go out to people who've committed suicide over this, because that's something that's close to my heart. So that's all I'm probably going to say about that, and these sticky labels that someone has stuck around and that I've been looking at. There's a ray of hope. There are other people out there who don't believe in the official narrative, what we're told to think and believe in how things are. So that makes me a weirdo, because you can't think outside of what you're told. I don't really care. So that's basically where I stand. If you stand differently, then okay. I mean, it's not okay, but you can see where this is headed. So that's all I've got to say on the matter today. Check out the yellow. P-War over and out. Thumbs it down because you've had the jib. I can hear it. probably building a little nest. Check out the beauty, people. Look at it. Might stick all my weeds and flowers on the end of this video. Check it out, look. Beautiful. We're grinding, doing some grinding today. It's all important. I've never actually been down here before. I came down so far on the road bike once, but then unless you get off and walk, it's impossible. So MTB. Try and get out a bit more on that. Just ride over anything, and you know, if you want to get off road, you haven't got to worry about nothing. A road bike really is it's hard work on on British roads. Very hard work. You're constantly looking out for stuff. I don't mean you shouldn't look out for stuff on a mountain bike, but yeah, look out for stuff, glass, potholes and things, but you got to be more aware if you're on 23s or 25s, even 28s or something. Mountain bike, you just chuck it around. Yeah, you can't go as fast. I mean, you can. You obviously push it a bit harder, but what's it all about, people? Again, what I was saying about numbers and stuff. What's everybody really doing, you know? Are they all like in competition with each other? What's it all about? Well, that looks a bit shit in there, doesn't it? I mean, Strava can be fun. It can be fun and stuff to show people what you're doing and things. But I mean, I've done a few of those, like those monthly challenges and that. You like, I mean, like, what's it all about? Like, the only good thing I've ever done with Strava for me was the like the festive 500s. They're quite good fun, and I've got videos on here. And sadly, some of them are probably, I haven't really looked. You'd have to look if you want to, if you're so inclined. But some of them barely got 100 views, which is kind of a shame, because there's channels, I'm gonna go on a rant now. There's channels that I watch now. They put up a video, and then like within a few days, they've nearly got 1,000 views, and that's kind of unfair when you think about it. When I've been on here, all the time, right, and all the work I put in on here, and the amount of videos I've got on here, even with other channels at around 80,000-90,000 plus subs, I mean, I've got more content than them, and overall in a month I do actually get quite a lot of views because I've got so many videos. But if I'm only putting content, that's why I don't really upload sometimes, because I think, like, what's the point? I mean, I'm trying, like, well, now, I mean, I'm just putting stuff out. Oh, cow shagging, you don't want to watch that. And you're only getting 4 or 5 thumbs up, okay, and 40 views in 7 days. And I know there's other people, and I've talked to other people about this. I don't know if it's the YouTube algorithm or whatever, I don't know. But if someone else can slap a crappy video out versus all the views they get from a reasonably good video, right, and after 4 days they've got pretty much the same amount of sort of thumbs up and comments and views on that, then something really has got to be wrong. I mean, I put a lot of effort and work into this channel for myself, you know. Yeah, I'm not Francis Cade or something like that, but again, no disrespect to Francis, he's got a good channel, but I think people can fall into a habit of everything's pretty much the same, isn't it? To their intros and the way they deliver stuff, you kind of pretty much know what you're going to get each time. That's something that I've always kind of strived. I have kind of fallen into that on a few videos with, you know, crazy editing and music and stuff, but you don't really need to do that. Just be consistent with kind of doing what you want, you know. So yeah, I don't understand, it's strange. I wish I'd had like this technology like a long time ago though, because I could have not videoed and filmed stuff better than what I am now. But there's a lot of stuff I would have liked to have had videos of for myself. I mean, I have photos, which is one thing, you know. There's a person coming. Thing is with this country, that's why it's nice to get up early sometimes, and not like I'm I mean, even Portugal, and you know, it's all right. There are places, but America's so cool. It's so big. You can really get away from people, especially like right out in the desert. You can like not see people for like 4 or 5 days, which I've kind of done, which is nice. Again, that's something else. I could probably get my photos and show you and put them on. Yeah, again, this video today just encourage people to get out, whatever bike you've got. If you want to access places like this, then maybe just take some shoes. I mean, if you're running flat pedals, that's cool. Just get off and walk, take some food or something. Go and sit in a gateway or in a field for a few minutes or a few hours, then ride home again. Does the soul, body and mind pretty good, you know, especially if you're doing a bit of grounding and skinny white legs. Anyway, pee war over and out. We might film a dog in a minute. Let's do some shout out, shall we? Shouting out Speedy Clark. Shouting out Deadpool leaves some comments. Shouting out Palmer, my good friend. Shout out to Hootie. I'm sure, I mean, do we any of us need really know? I mean, people that are on the health kind of mission thing and they're trying to do stuff really know what to do. I mean, I was listening to a video, again, Hugh probably knows, True North Health, like fasting. They specialise in fasting and stuff, and they know their shit, alright? They got to do, because they're responsible for people's well-being, and if they're not, then they're gonna die, alright? So, I mean, I'm sure you'll find your way and sort things out. You just got to like chip away, I guess. But body's ability to heal is pretty amazing. Could turn into a really long video here. Dan McDonald, Life Regenerator, Dr. Robert Morse, maybe even Lou Corona. A lot of these people get ripped to pieces. Gabriel Cousins, I think. You got all these different people out there because they've got certain labels or they've got certain approaches to the way they want to live, right? And they just get ripped to pieces. Again, like I've said, did I say yesterday when I put the video up about what do I know? What do we even, any of us know, right? What is really the true thing? Are we even really, right? I'll put this out there. Are we even really supposed to eat the amount of food that we do, all right? And I'm not on about like cutting portion control and smaller portions. I'm on about like a silly handful of food maybe every week or something. I'm not on about like, I mean, people who watch this who are not even into thinking or capable of critically thinking outside of what we're told, and we're not even grasped to understand what I'm saying. What as a species is optimal for us, right? And even the food we are eating is shit, isn't it? It's processed crap, right? And no doubt, you know, I'm aware, like, because I mean, we all struggle because it's what the world we've been brought up in, right? With the food that we do eat and the copious amounts of food. It isn't a drug, it's an addiction, alright? Like after I've been doing like intermittent fasting, I'm pretty good now at getting up in the morning and having water or coffee or tea, okay? And then not eating till 11 and sometimes until like after lunch. It's becoming quite a habit actually, and quite easy to do. Because food cravings are just, they're kind of like withdrawal symptoms really. That's all they are. That's all they are. Again, another subject, just thought I'd share that today. I might do another video in a minute. Otherwise, thanks to the people that do support this channel. Thanks to the people that are willing to perhaps try and understand other ways and other avenues, other paths in life, alright? And not listen to scientists and bullshit narratives which are really not for our well-being. They're mainly just for profit, all right, and the benefit of people that are lying to us. Again, like at the moment with the health passport and stuff, there's a bunch of companies fighting for a grip over that, mainly just for profit, all right, not for the well-being of us human beings. Anyway, P-Raw, I'm capable of critically thinking. Stand up for what you believe in, stand up for your rights, and now's a perfect time to be doing that. I'd go as far as to say that I'm lucky to be in a situation I am, and if I was working for a company, a business, or a person that kind of pressurized me into going against what I believed in and my body, my choice, I'd fucking leave. P-Raw, over and out.